The cress is growing really well. It's one of the annoying weeds that gets into the roots. It's a slightly younger tree, this one. This whole piece I'm taking out, it's just too thick that far out on the tree. Really don't want that. Yeah, defoliating would be an option. I'm just a little bit wary of giving them too much of a shock right now. So I think they'll wait till next year. Here's a branch, it looks like it should be in the right place, but it's coming from the other side of the tree. There's lots of new buds forming behind these pieces, so if they are too big I can chop them out and I will get some replacements. I'll show you, see here, nice fat buds. I'll probably move after this cutting anyway. So here I've got a fat piece, and then you can see the aphids which are dead because I did spray them, which is good. I have to spray them again in a few days. See, too long into stem, into node at the top there. And some more aphids in there too. Hey Bumblebee, what do you want? Just checking out the light. Okay, a lot going on up in here. Too much at one point. It's pretty good. So I'm going to take this one out too, it's just too fat. Just one chop, but it'll come away. Just taking these branches out from going from away underneath this, under here. It's a little shorty. It's got a tag. 11 years old. And it's been growing pretty slow. Oh, there's some wire in there I need to get out. I'll look at it when I print it back a bit. So the development of these has been, I guess, like a very traditional way of extending the growth out, chopping it back, extending the growth out, chopping it back 3 times a year for 11 years. Starting as a seed. So it takes time. Here's a huge, big, long extension growth. That's the internode length. So that piece of wood will never grow buds on it. So to leave that in your tree would just be a big mistake. Just going to go back and cut it out at some point because it'll just look silly. So quite a few of these I'm taking right back. They're just too long. But there's plenty of other smaller shoots in there. when the tree's naked, when all the buds are just starting to move, there's light everywhere, so they just kind of take off in a particular direction, and sometimes that's straight up through the canopy or backwards through the tree. Okay, so I'm looking for the definition of at least the low branches, and that there's not too much cluttering up in there, and then I have to take out this piece of wire, so I'm glad I saw. Often I'll leave the end of the wire poking up high above the tree so I can see it at a glance that there's actually wire in there, but this one must have been just whatever I had handy at the time. Lots of delicate little buds to break off. So top of my tree, it's pretty good. A lot going on in here. And this big long branch here just caught my eye. So these leaves have all dropped down to try and find some light. Just going to prune them out a bit. So if I can get through the most urgent ones of these, then I will get back on my post rammer, start banging in some more posts, put some more fences up before the cows get round to where there's still holes in the fence. Had the buggers go through some of my new plantings the other day. Gave me an extra 3 days of work just cleaning up after them. This looks a bit silly, but there's new buds in there which will come away, cover that space up. We'll see how they go this year. I might have to give them either not repot them next year, or give them a much lower nutrient media, so I don't get quite such radical extension growth. Well, the other option, as I've said just before, is to do a defoliation, which actually kind of puts the brakes on them, and they reform with a much smaller leaf and a much smaller twig, which is really cool. It just drops them down into a whole different phase of growth and scale, which is what these probably need now, because they have got a decent trunk on them. They've got kind of really good taper over that short distance, so they're kind of set up to be bonsai now. And then it's just a matter of growing the canopy out finer and finer until it gets like something like here. Let's check any branches going in the wrong directions. So if I didn't have a camera on, I would be doing this on my lap, and then I can flick it around in different directions and see what I'm doing a little bit more easily than this. This gives you an idea. I've got a lot of trees, so I can't spend too much time on them, but I still need to maintain them to a decent standard. But they're mostly in development, which means that they well, it's not so critical. I'm not trying to maintain them all as beautiful, pretty trees for sale. These are for sale, but I probably won't list them until next year. I might list some of the best ones. It's a lower value option for some people, and still really good trees. That will be fantastic trees. There's a big long shoot. You can see here, big fat one. Take it right out. This one's coming from way over there somewhere. Another big fat one. Some of those trees I just showed you out on the ground on the weed map, I will probably just literally shear them like kind of hedge prune kind of effect, rather than go into detail on. They have so many shoots on some of them, literally 1,000 shoots per tree, and it would just be so much emission to get in there and try and figure out which ones are going where and what to do with them at this time of year. So I'll have to wait till there's winter time. But really I'm just wanting to, well, let's experiment, we'll see what happens. I'll look at them later on. But certainly in the ground things grow fast. A bit coarse sometimes, so you lose your definition, your nuance. But you do get a big fat trunk. Love to know how the roots are doing. Oh yeah. Cool. I'm doing it. I will have to increase my watering though. Right, that's done. Right, I'll do another tray of these and then I'll get into it for real. This one's not quite as vigorous. Cute little tree though. Feels a little bit dry. The water systems are due to come on in about an hour and a half. So it'll be into my pruning too. Just running my hands through to pull out any shoots which are going the wrong direction or up through the top. So comb them out. So I want to sort of keep everything within the profile that I'm working on. Which really means anything beyond 2 leaves is sticking out too far. Which is why it takes so long to grow a bonsai, because you're really growing it centimetre by centimetre. That one's a sprawly one. Start from the top. You can see the size of the growths on the tops. It's always way fatter. But a lot of these actually got good spread of energy right through the tree, so I'm not getting too much top heavy stuff. And this is a huge one too, which is way down in the tree. The size of the internodes is just ridiculous. Be interesting. I've got a whole lot of different new seed in, ones I haven't played with before, and I'm hoping some of those will have better bonsai attributes than some of these. So this shoot here comes from way in there. Oh, okay, so the smaller ones. Pretty good. They always look a bit chopped when you've just finished, but the leaves will kind of resettle into their positions where the light is. It's 11 years old. This tiny little one is 11 years old too. It's like 15 centimetres high. It's pretty nice. Really good Nabari. Very cute. So at the moment there's not a lot of definition because the leaves are so large, but if I do a defoliation next year then the leaf will drop down to half that size and they should just sit so much better, so much more nicely in their place. So I have shorter stems, shorter leaf. There's another one full of cress. It's always right on the root, really hard to get. It's not cress, that's a little, it looks like a grass, but it's not actually a grass either. It's a little flowering plant. Should have weakened it anyway. Got him. Okay, what's going on here? Nice tree. Just putting all those back to that, to this bud here basically. So got 5 pieces in one place, which means I'll get a whole lot of weird taper, inverse taper going on if I leave them. And just too long. Look at those. But all these buds will move, and then I'll have something to choose from pretty soon. Okay, so I'll start listing these on my website. Vincent Bonsai. I've had a couple of inquiries from Australia recently. No, I don't think I can export to Australia. I just think it'd be too much hassle. Sorry. Okay, so here I've got multiple stuff coming out from one point all over the place. I mean, you can get away with a few little fine ones, but if they get any bigger, it becomes a problem. My branches here opposite each other. It's going to go open for a minute. But even right up the top here, I've got 3 coming out one place. Let's go that one. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, that's done.